Oh yeah. So, what's going on? What's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Uncle Dev, man. I'm reporting live here from the Richmond Heights area once again. And I'm coming more at a down to earth, more standpoint of things. I know just starting out in the beginning, I know I had some issues with just trying to get the whole idea of the mics to work and stuff of that nature and everything like that. So, with that being said, it's kind of one of those things where it's almost trial and error. It's kind of like almost trial and error. You trying to get it to work. You trying to get everything to implement the way that it's supposed to, and putting out all of these different types of shorts and these reels, and just trying to get people to see that you can get to that pinnacle just by just dedicating that time. Sometimes you might have to make sacrifices that you may not like to make. Sometimes you may have to take chances on stuff that really should be a little bit more like thought through. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times we don't always think through what it is we really supposed to be thinking through, but 9 times out of 10, when it comes to the developmental craft of a lot of stuff, when it comes to just trying to get everything in the position you wanted to be in and wanted to get to a certain liking to a certain degree. But now that we here, you know what I'm saying? Like it's slowly, it's a slow transition. It's slowly but surely developing. And shout out to my guys, you know what I'm saying, all my team, everybody that's been real supportive of the mission and the grand scheme of it all, just seeing this thing flourish from what it used to be compared to where it could possibly go. So right now I'm just trying to get everything to work a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being perfect. It ain't about starting out being a perfectionist, but the whole ideology of it all is just to get more of a grasp on it, more of a grasp of understanding why you podcast, why do you want to get a whole lot of people to understand what it's about, what it is about crafting. And when I say crafting, I mean you got to think about life as crafting itself. You have to understand the things that you do in life should majority of the time be more of an investment. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things that you like to do should be more invested in instead of just something you like to do. Invest in it more, and then you start seeing where you can take it. You could possibly take it. And a lot of the times we get so wrapped up in thinking that we don't have the money because the content that we create ain't generating this, or the stuff that we making ain't good enough. People don't really like to listen to what it is that people be talking about. But what I like about just having this avenue and this plateau and just being able to get in front of these cameras and on the phones and just being able to keep a certain type of vibe going without losing focus in it. And that's the whole reason why I make these clips, these you know, these little video segments and stuff like that about development, about just trying to apply yourself to your craft, maximizing your time effectively, and all of that type of stuff go hand in hand. Management, and jobs, and resources, and you know, stuff like that. If you follow me on Spotify, when I first started out back in January, it's been a long road. I'm telling you that right now. Like even with this is just being a dry run on just getting the cameras to work now. So now it started out. It started out. It's just being like, okay, how do I get my mic to put out the sound that I'm trying to put into it, and how do I get it to be recognized amongst my devices? You know what I'm saying? Like, what plugins do I need? What chords do I need? Without actually somebody teaching you how to do it. It's the passion of something that you love to do, which is going to drive you to that knowledge. You're going to be so driven by your love for it that you're going to be willing to go and look for it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do everything possible to look for it and what it is that you do now. What you have in front of you already, you going to make sure I'm going to stay on. I'm going to stay on what I'm doing. I don't want to get to the point of plateau of it all and be like, damn, man, I couldn't, like I should have been a little bit more developmental and a little bit more understanding as to what it is I'm trying to do instead of just doing it. So now that I feel a little bit more confident about my up and coming ways of doing this right now, it's not just about being Uncle Dev or Dev's Corner all the time and stuff like that. It's more to it than just that. It's the whole outreach of what it is to be somebody that you really want to be. You know what I'm saying? That you done put your whole life in a jar, looking at it, hoping that you can open it and it'll still be the same way you put in it. You know what I'm saying? So you spend your life just trying to hope and pray that that purpose is gonna be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? You feel like it's gonna be fulfilled. You feel like it's gonna everything going the way that it's supposed to. But 90% of the time, man, it's never like that. Some things get in the way. You know what I'm saying? Adversities get in the way. Challenges get in the way. You start looking at stuff and being like, damn, man, I could have went about things a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, or we tend to beat ourselves up a lot of the times because we can't get a lot of people to be on our side with stuff, and reassure, you know what I'm saying? Reassure, hey man, you doing a good job. Hey man, you doing this right. Hey man, you doing that right. But we're our own worst critics. You know what I'm saying? Like we beat ourselves up when we got it. So my whole thing right now, man, it's just a test run. It's just a dry run, just to show everybody that hey, it can happen, it will happen, and the only thing you have to do is just keep faith in anything that you truly, honestly believe in, and watch it manifest in front of you into something great. And bring people with you. Don't just think just because you're doing this and doing that, you spending all of this and that and the third, and you feel like you're doing it all on your own. It gets to a point where you get it all, right? You got all the money in the world to get it all, right? But it ain't nothing when you ain't got no team, when you ain't got no family, when you ain't got nobody that can go to the top with you. You know what I mean? And it's best to have people that started with you to go to the top with you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that started with you, sometimes things get a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? Things get a little shaky. It may not be the relationship that you may have had with people. It may have been a turbulences. Certain turbulences, you might lose people along the way through in a plane crash or something. Like, it don't necessarily mean that we beefing and we ain't because we don't talk no more and all that type of stuff. But sometimes certain things arise in connections with people in order to better a connection or damper it. You know what I'm saying? Certain things have to space either has to be applied in certain relationships or space is a non-factor. It's more of this. You know what I'm saying? You got the space that aspect down pat, but it might need more of this. And everything. What I'm really basically saying here is everything is it's always subject to some type of development. Nothing is fully developed. Something still needs development. Everything constantly learning. Everything is constantly growing. Everything around you is constantly changing. Everything around you is constantly making a different impact on your life. Where before, you know what I'm saying, your understanding has changed. You have became a lot more evolved in the lifestyle that you live in. So a lot of things around you become a little bit more vivid or they become a lot more vague. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that you used to do, you don't like anymore. Things you like that you didn't like before, you like so much now. So it goes like that. It's the simple things that we forget about. It's the simple things that people forget to talk about. And I'm here to restore that. So I am Uncle Dev, UNC, and I just want you guys to know that this is Richmond Heights. This is Dev's Corner. And thank you guys for tuning in to this short, small segment of me just trying to get these mics and this damn camera to work at the same time and get you guys some good, better video quality than what I gave you the first time. So Just stay by my side. I promise you, I'm gonna keep on delivering something. I'm gonna keep on putting something out there to get people more understanding and more implemented on what it is that I've been trying to get for the longest time. And I'm surprised that I got it up and running in this amount of time. To be honest, the stuff that I hear about trying to get the audio visual aspect things and shit like that down pat, it's kind of hard for a lot of people that's up and coming. So any tips, anything that you guys want to know, because I do research on my own. I try to figure out stuff, like shout out to Berkeley, the University of Music and Studio. You know what I'm saying? It's a handbook that they have, and it's really very, very, very influential. During my downtimes, I do a lot of reading with that. They talk to you about latency in your microphones. They talk to you about how to get an eight face, a small interface, because an 8 channel interface, these are small tools that make you experience engineers. You know what I'm saying? These are the small tools that gets us and teaches us how to be engineers on our own. And if you put some in a book, you won't find it. So I hope you guys like to read. I hope you guys reading the signs, and just continue to do so. Keep your eyes open, keep them peeled like bananas, and just know that hey, things are constantly changing. The sun does go down. Yes, it does come back up again. So do not lose faith. Always have faith in the next day. Make the next day different than the day you live in. And hey, anything will work out in the best source for you. You know what I'm saying? It's the source awards. Hey man, this is Uncle Dev, man. I love y'all, man. This is Dev's Corner. I'm gonna keep it live and keep it hot, man. I hope y'all like my little tapestry. I just been trying to work on it, so peace.